Today I'm counting down my top 10 worst as seen on TV products for 2017. I guess you should say it's my bottom 10. A couple disclaimers first. First of all, this is a subjective list. Your mileage may vary. Another disclaimer is that to make my list, it had to have advertised at some point in 2017 and I had to have reviewed it at some point in 2017. And finally, if you disagree with me and want to buy these products yourself, I have no affiliation with these companies, but I'll include links in the description below if you want to purchase them yourself. So without further delay, let's get started. Number 10 on my list is the Better Sponge. And why did it make my list? Because I think to be called a sponge, it should be able to absorb, and the Better Sponge has no absorbent properties whatsoever. It is just a silicone scrubber. I mean, it works okay as a scrubber, it works okay as a pot holder, and it works okay maybe as a jar opener, but it certainly isn't a sponge. It should not be advertised as one. My friends, the 2 Cent Chicks, said they would put this at the bottom of their worst 10 for 2017, so they agree with me on this. But here's a few clips of how my Better Sponge review went. Okay, as far as scrubbing goes, it's pretty good, but again, I'm not able to wipe the residue off. But with the Better Sponge, I'm not sure you can really do much because it's not going to pick it up. It's just going to kind of move it around. Regular sponge will pick it up. This is Window Wonderland. It's a holiday projection system that I thought was okay when I first used it, but it's one of those things that the more I've messed with it, the less I like it. Here's the problems that I have with Window Wonderland. Number 1, it's kind of dim. Compared to the other light shows out there, it's by far the dimmest. Number 2, the video loops are only 10 seconds and you can't automatically cycle through them, so you have to choose just one. Number 3, the audio is inside, the picture is outside. Number 4, it takes up an interior window with that screen, and not a lot of people want to do that for an entire month out of the year. To me, Window Wonderland seems like a good idea that needs to be developed a little bit more before it hits the shelves. I don't think it's worth the $60 price tag. Here are a couple of clips from my original Window Wonderland review, and also a clip from a follow-up when I compared all the different light show displays. Now my problem is I have these blinds up here which are kind of in the way. Okay, I'm actually at the other side of the room and it's just not even filling the window up yet. But that's how far away I had to put it to accurately project on this window. You can see it, it's not really that bright. There is a way to focus it. It's kind of hard to focus from the inside. That seemed to be about as in focus as I could get it, but I might have to mess around a little bit more. I mean, it's pretty dim, but it does work. I mean, compare that to the Star Shower slideshow. Let's see what happens when we have all of them at the same time. So we have the Star Shower motion, Star Shower slideshow, Star Shower laser magic. There we go. Next up, RC Pocket Racers. They're tiny remote controlled cars. My problem is that it doesn't hold a charge very long. You have to charge it using AAA batteries. And the biggest problem is that the wheels don't come off and they're really prone to pick up debris, which degrades performance very quickly. I think it's a good idea, badly implemented. Seems like it's already losing its charge. It's only been a couple minutes. It doesn't seem quite as impressive the second time. We had to pause that second test because the wheels have debris in them, so we're actually in the middle of digging the debris out. I'm not really a fan of RC Pocket Racers. I'm sorry. Tried to like this when I tried to make it work, but it seems like the charge doesn't last long enough. It's prone to picking up debris in the wheels. It just seems like it's a lot more work than it is fun. Number 7 on my list is Epi Smooth, which is advertised as a $10 epilator. The problem is that it only has one row to tweeze the hairs out, which takes forever. In fact, I had very bad results with it. Here's a few clips of that review. It seems to me like Epi Smooth with only one tweezer row is going to take a lot longer than other epilators that have a whole row of rotating tweezers. Number 6 on my list is Black Off, which is the activated charcoal mask, Also, I've seen it under the name California Charcoal. If you look at the picture on the box, how smooth that mask is. Well, my friends from the 2 Cent Chicks came out from Tennessee to visit and do some collaborations. They helped me out, and the mask didn't go on so easily, and here's how that went.
It doesn't look as nice as that.
Yeah, this is what, look at how amazing that looks in the picture.
I think you're gonna need multiple layers.
Yeah, that's that, and then I can see it pulling the skin. Oh.
Glad you two are enjoying this.
Oh gosh, it just sounds crusty.
Ow!
Next up on my list is Hurriclean, the toilet bowl and tank cleaner that you dump in the tank, and it supposedly cleans both your bowl and your tank. Now, I only found that it cleaned a couple of bolts in the flapper. The rest of the tank really didn't seem much different, so I don't think Hurriclean is really ready for prime time. And here's a few clips from my Hurriclean review. That's kind of foaming. That's foaming. We have foam. We have foam. Flapper turned from green to white, and there was a bolt in the bottom that also seemed to be lightened somewhat. There was some sediment in the bottom that didn't seem affected at all by Hurriclean. And you can't clean above the water line, which there are examples in the advertising shows, because the Hurriclean can't get there. Number 4 on my list is the Air Dragon. This is advertised as a way to inflate your tires in seconds. Well, I found it took a lot of seconds to inflate a tire, and in fact, you might think this is an area where you can store a battery to recharge it. It doesn't have a battery. This is just where you store the 12-volt adapter. There's no battery, which is kind of a bummer. Also, I found that it kind of turns on, turns off, almost at random. It needs some sort of a load on here. It doesn't work that well. In fact, I've recently seen it marked down. I think I paid 60 bucks for it originally. Now I'm seeing it down to 20. That's a telling sign that other people aren't too happy with the Air Dragon. Here's a clip from my original review. The button isn't even doing anything either. It's chaos. It's chaos here. This will stop it, but it is. Oh, I just don't know what to do about this. Well, I don't really know what's going on. It seems like as soon as I plug it in, it turns on and turns off almost at random. Pushing the PSI button seems to stop it for a second, and then it starts up again. That's not a good thing. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a little bit of smoke coming off of there, but it did shut off.
This reached 35, so it's a couple pounds, about 3 pounds off.
Number 3 is Flippin Fantastic. And to me, this was a complete flipping disaster. There's just so many things wrong with this. Number 1, you really can't use it in a pan like they show on the commercial. In fact, the instructions don't even say to use it on a griddle, which is the only way I got it to work. The fill lines are hard to see. Nobody gets it to work with eggs properly. It's hard to clean. This thing is just not a great product. Here's some clips from that review. Hiya, burnt pancakes. These seem to touch the surface. Over here didn't. This never even got contacted the surface. Look at this. That one barely even cooked. That didn't even touch the surface. That needs to go back on there.
Is it raw?
I mean, it's not really cooked.
Everybody move back.
Oh! Oh! Look at that. Oh no! All but one of them fell right through the bottom when I went to flip it. Number 2 on the list is the HD mirror cam, which I found is not very HD. In fact, you have a hard time reading license plates unless the car is right on top of you. The other problem is that not long after I posted my review, it stopped working properly, so it only runs for about 10 minutes and then it turns off. To me, the HD mirror cam is a huge fail. Here is a clip from my original review. Our first one is on the night vision setting, and the audio is on. I'll also switch back and forth between the audio that I'm recording now and the audio that I play with this while I'm driving. But if I ran over someone, I could see if they stepped out in the street when I didn't have time to stop. It's in regular daytime mode. How does it look on those? All right, we've been driving for maybe 10 minutes and the HD mirror cam has just turned off. And it is plugged in, so the power is not the problem. It shows the power light on. So for whatever reason, it's been turning off after about 10 minutes. Really kind of defeats the purpose. You have to unplug it, plug it back in. Every time that does that, it kind of defeats the convenience of having a continuous mirror cam going. So HD mirror cam started off bad and it's gotten worse. Number 1 on the list needs no introduction. It's Perfect Smile Veneers. What do you think? How natural does that look? And here it is. My natural white smile. Look at this. You can kind of see the top right there. That's not good. If you keep your lip down over it, it looks pretty cool, I think. The reaction I'm getting is more shock because the teeth are kind of small themselves, but they protrude as if they're large, so it's a bit unusual as far as how they look. Plus, they're touching my bottom lip like this, and my speech, my S's are a little bit odd sounding. It feels kind of like those novelty vampire teeth you put in your mouth when you're a kid. That's kind of how it feels to talk in these. It also kind of changes your appearance. I have a tendency to leave my mouth open because I'm having to like pucker when I close my mouth, so I'm leaving my mouth open like this. I had a really hard time whittling this list down to just 10. Here are a few items that didn't make the list that I've got to mention here. These are my honorable mentions. Next up on the list is hot hands. This would be an honorable mention because I really didn't find much luck with hot hands, but there's people out there who really likes this. It seems to be one of those products that either you really like or you really don't. My son put it on the top of his best for 2017. I think it's toward the bottom. Here's some clips from my hot hands review. Starting to feel warm. Oh, it's starting to feel warm. Oh, it's starting to feel warm. Ah! Ha, 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 ha. And it's still warm. Ow, 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 ow. It's not really easy to grab. I mean, I'm kind of moving them around, but it's kind of hard to flip them. It's pretty even. The hot hands maybe getting a little bit warmer. Hot hands is getting warmer. Yeah, the hot hands is getting hot. Hot hands is getting, it's definitely hot hands right now. Defrost Wonder is another honorable mention. It's an aluminum defrosting plate that supposedly helps you defrost food faster. Well, this has been around probably since the 90s. Doesn't really qualify for my list because I think it's too old to really be called a 2017 product. But these aluminum plates don't really work better than the traditional method of defrosting in water. In fact, here's a clip from my Defrost Wonder review. All right, we've got the control plate, we've got the Defrost Wonder, and we've got the hamburger submerged in water. It's still pretty frozen, actually. This one actually feels like it might be defrosted. P.S. The Defrost Wonder hamburger is still thawing. And I've already cooked the one that I thawed in water. Next up on the list is eCharge Wallet. This is the phone charging wallet that I had problems with holding more than a couple items and it wouldn't even close. The clasp was really problematic. The charge gives you about half of a phone charge. I just felt like the way the clasp didn't work completely ruined the entire usefulness of the product. So here's some clips from my eCharge Wallet review. 4, 5, all right. 1 card in each slot. What? That's ridiculous, come on now. Try moving the larger card to the middle. Look at that. What if I take another one out? Not that I want to, but I'll take another one out. All right, now it's closed nice and firm, good. 5 storage pockets for cards and cash. But right now, I can only really fit 4 cards in there without it opening up on itself. This next honorable mention definitely didn't come out in 2017, but I gotta mention it in the worst of list. It's Zoomies. Zoomies I did a video for earlier this year, and I think it might be one of the worst products of all time, but it definitely didn't come out in 2017, so it didn't qualify. Here's a couple of clips from when I did review Zoomies earlier this year. This tree right here, I feel like Mr. Magoo trying to find it. Where is it at? All right, there it is, okay. Would you want to walk around looking like this, first of all? And second of all, everything is in a porthole that big that's zoomed in. See, he would look cool with those on too, wouldn't he? I still can't read it. I can't read that, come on. It's like the opposite of reading glasses. They make everything blurrier up close. Oops. This has nothing to do with my list, but I wanted to show Bailey one more time in this video. Good girl. So that's all I've got. That's my bottom 10 for 2017. Don't miss my top 10, which I posted recently, to see the products I liked throughout the year. If you've used any of these products, tell me what you think in the comments below, and please subscribe for more As Seen on TV product reviews from me, James White, with Freakin' Reviews.